Hey everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the next coffee favorites video in this series that I've been doing. I'm so excited to be bringing you my favorite coffee recipes for fall 2019. I have some delicious recipes for you guys that are actually quite easy to put together, and in my opinion, they're a bit healthier than some of the coffee that you can find at your local coffee shop or at the chain coffee restaurants like Starbucks or whatever. I try to use as real and clean ingredients as I can. Of course, I do indulge a little bit, but these coffee recipes can be made however you enjoy them. You can tweak them to your own liking, use whatever sort of milks that you enjoy. And if you're one of those awesome people who enjoys my coffee recipes videos, but you don't actually drink coffee, then head over to my Instagram because I have a bonus recipe just for you. At Natalie Bennett Vlogs is my Instagram handle, and the week this video goes up, I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite fall drinks lately that is 100% coffee free. I would love to know right now in the comments what your favorite fall drink is, whether it's a coffee drink, a non-coffee drink, if you make it yourself at home, or if you go to a coffee shop and order it. Take a moment right now to let me know what those are, because that gives me so much inspiration and new recipes to try, and who knows, maybe one of your favorite drinks might end up as the inspiration for one of the recipes in a future coffee favorites video. I hope you guys enjoy this video and these coffee recipes. If you do, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more of these, but let's hop into it. So for today's recipes, I'm going to be making my coffee a couple of different ways. I'll be pulling shots from my Breville espresso machine, making some brewed coffee in my French press, and I'm introducing a new instant coffee that I love. This is how I like to make my coffees, but feel free to play around with different brew methods and make your coffee how you like it best. And by the way, all of the products that I can link, like glassware, straws, coffee makers, and some of the ingredients, will be in the description box if you're curious. The first recipe I have to share with you is a special one to me because my daughter Haley and I have been enjoying it together in the mornings when her twin older brothers are off at their kindergarten class. This is our iced cinnamon dolce cafe misto with real homemade cinnamon syrup. Let's start with the syrup. So this is super simple and can be made in larger batches that you can store in the fridge for next time. In a small mason jar, I start with a couple of tablespoons of boiling water and add this raw amber agave syrup. It's about a 1:4 ratio. That water thins out the thicker agave syrup and makes it easier to blend with the next ingredient, which is, you guessed it, cinnamon. Cinnamon is the flavor of the fall time for me, so I use a generous helping of this ground Saigon cinnamon and give it a mix with this little hand mixer that I use all the time when I'm making my different coffee drinks. Once it's all mixed, I put a couple of whole cinnamon sticks in to steep in the syrup, and the longer it steeps in the fridge, the spicier and stronger that cinnamon flavor comes through. Now on to making the coffee. I'm going to coarsely grind some decaf espresso beans that I get at our local food co-op and put them in the bottom of my French press with enough boiling water to make a couple of lattes, one for me and a small one for Haley. I let those grounds brew while I get the boys off to school, and by the time we're back home, it's a lovely dark roast that's cooled down a bit to not melt the ice in my drink. You could certainly make this as a hot coffee beverage, but you know I love iced coffee most of all, so I'm going to fill my glass with ice, add a couple of tablespoons of my homemade cinnamon syrup, and then pour my coffee over. I finished this drink off with a splash of almond milk, but you can use whatever type of milk you prefer. This has been my summer into fall transition coffee drink, and I love sharing it with Haley while we do some toddler preschool work together. We'll have this about once a week, and it makes me feel so much better that she's not drinking artificial flavoring like the other cinnamon syrups do, and that it was super easy to put our homemade clean cinnamon syrup together. guys, I am so excited to share this next recipe with you. This is my HP inspired Butterbeer Cafe au Lait. I'm not kidding when I say this is the drink that may just turn me into a hot coffee lover, and I know you'll love it too. Like the first recipe, this homemade flavoring base can be made in a large batch for future drinks, and trust me, you're gonna want to make this again and again. So let's start with the butterscotch base by boiling a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of brown sugar together in a saucepan on medium-high heat. You've got to pay attention and keep the mixture moving so it doesn't get too browned or scorched. After the sugar has liquefied, I'm going to add about half a cup of half and half to the pot and bring it to a boil again to make sure everything is well incorporated. When it's still piping hot, I'm going to add a teaspoon of rum extract. This is what really brings out that butterscotch flavor and just puts this coffee over the top. This time I'm making instant coffee, and this brand is the first instant coffee I've ever tried that I actually like, and the Butterbeer base blends really well with it, both in chemistry and in flavor. I just followed the instructions on the package, and then once that was all mixed up, I poured in the base, and oh my goodness, the smell of the butter and the brown sugar just filled my kitchen, and that rum flavor made it truly smell like it was fall time. Butterscotch always reminds me of the harvest time or Halloween as a kid. Some of my favorite candies that I get at our church's harvest party or while trick-or-treating in our neighborhood had some sort of caramel or butterscotch toffee flavor, and this coffee brought me right back. This would be such a great drink to make for guests, as it's perfect for the fall and Halloween season and warms you from the inside out. This next drink is one that I love because it's a new spin on an old favorite. I've been making this coffee for years, but this season I wanted to add a little fall flair, so this is my Espresso Con Panna with pumpkin spice cream. To start, I'm going to whip up a bit of heavy cream in my milk pitcher with a dash of this pumpkin spice syrup that I found. I was so excited to find this syrup because it has really clean ingredients and it's made with real pumpkin puree. I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of the syrup to 1/8 of a cup of heavy whipping cream and blending that with the mixer I showed you before. Once soft peaks form, I add a dash of pumpkin spice seasoning blend and a dash or two of turmeric, which gives it a lovely spicy flavor and a beautiful pumpkin-y color. Continue whipping it until the peaks get a little stiffer, and then I set that aside to make the espresso. I finally grind my decaf espresso beans and add them to the portafilter of my Breville espresso machine and pull 2 shots into a small glass. And in classic Espresso Con Panna style, I'm topping the fresh shots immediately with that pumpkin spice whipped cream. This makes such a petite, scrumptious little treat. The strong, unsweetened coffee sipped through the spicy sweet whipped cream adds such a decadence to an espresso drink. And I love having this little treat in the evenings especially. The pumpkin spice twist makes it feel seasonal and perfect for the fall. Well, those are my favorite coffee recipes for this fall season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am absolutely obsessed with this Butterbeer coffee. I can't stop making it. It's so rich and delicious. It tastes like fall time and Halloween, like all in one mug, of course with that delicious coffee flavor, and I have been making this so much lately. And if any of you make these recipes that you saw in today's video, even if you put your own spin on it, I would love to see that. So be sure to share it over on your Instagram and tag me at Natalie Bennett Vlogs, whether it's in a post or in an Instagram story, and I will definitely repost it. And while you're over there, don't forget to check out the non-coffee fall beverage that I have been absolutely loving. I hope to see you over on my Instagram this week for that. Give the video video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want to see more coffee recipes on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next coffee recipes video for the Christmas time. I'm so excited to do that. I've been working on it since summertime. I've got some really great recipes coming your way. So make sure that bell button is turned on too so you don't miss any of my videos. I hope you're having a wonderful fall season or your day is going great wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll catch you later. I need to take another sip. Say bye-bye, coffee.
Bye, coffee.
See you in a little bit.
See you in a minute.
Can you not blow bubbles, please, Haley? You're making a mess. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. Woo! Cheers.
Let there be rain, and there was rain. Let there be rain, and there